focus on renovations. That's our specialty. So this is a 100-year-old farmhouse that Humber Custom Carpentry has renovated in the last few months. In this house we've had to do a major seismic upgrade. All these walls you see, and many of them throughout the house, are what's called shear walls. Each one has a different thickness of plywood. This one, for example, has 5/8 plywood, but in behind the plywood there's bolts, ready rod that goes down to the foundation. This is the old dining room, which will become the restaurant, and all of the wainscoting will be upgraded, and this same theme continues into all these rooms on the main floor. And this is the living room, which again will be more seating for the restaurant. This whole house, to get away from tearing off this wainscot to put in fire-rated drywall in behind, the solution was to put in this sprinkler system. So to do that, the owners had to put in a lake and a huge pump to provide water for the system, but it has allowed us to keep the house in its original shape, at least in these rooms. So this is the access to the second floor. Again, this whole stair will be sanded down and made to look fresh again. The second floor is a suite now. We've had to put in a firewall around the top, but we've maintained the existing railing. This side of the house we've done very little to. The floors will all be sanded down. These are all fir floors, so they'll be brought back to life. We've touched up the drywall, put in new vinyl windows, thermopane windows, renovated a closet. But other than that, this end of the house is staying the way it was. But there was never a washroom, never a bathroom on the second floor. There was never heat up here. So it must have been a very cold house. This used to be a very small bedroom. It used to have a peak roof and just a window at the end. So we've taken off the roof completely, put in dormers, so we've ended up with a nice living room and a deck out front. This is where we spent weeks in the very beginning replacing foundation walls. Down here we have, this is the basis of all the seismic work we did. For example, underneath this concrete wall here is a 4-foot wide by 3-foot deep footing that goes across the whole house. In these walls, this is another shear wall. I was talking about that earlier. All the shear walls carry down to the basement. There's massive brackets and bolts and rods embedded in the concrete. And this building is an addition. This is a tasting room, a new tasting room for the winery. It's quite lovely. This is the Unsworth Vineyards.